Hello again, this is Doug the 2-Minute Gardener, and it's time to play a little game I like to call Good Bug or Bad Bug. The neat thing about insects is that there are such an incredible variety of them everywhere. You look, there are bugs, and even bugs that aren't really bugs, but we call them bugs. So there are over 1 million insects on this planet for every human being. That's how many bugs there are. So let's take a look and see some of the good bugs and the bad bugs so you can know what you're looking at next time in your garden. First up, we have the katydid. Now, katydid is definitely a bad bug because it chews up plants. It's a cousin of the grasshopper. So whenever you see this one, you want to blast it with your water or just stick the dogs on it. It's a bad bug. Next up is probably the baddest bug in all of Southern California, the South American palm weevil. This is the bug that has been spreading disease and killing these Canary Island date palms all over Southern California. And so if you happen to see one like this in your backyard, and it's very distinctive because it has its antenna on its nose, then you definitely want to kill it, capture it, and report it to your county authorities because it is a very bad infestation that's causing a lot of damage here in Southern California. All right, next up, of course, is a butterfly. Now, the adult butterfly, I consider it a good bug because it is a pollinator and it really is cool in the garden. It also provides a good source of food for birds. The larval form of the butterfly, the caterpillar, I gotta have to call that a bad bug because it will chew up plants. Now, butterfly caterpillars aren't that bad, but moth caterpillars are really bad. They chew up a lot of plants, do all kinds of damage on those plants. So, yeah, definitely caterpillars are bad bugs, but without the caterpillars, you don't get the butterflies. Next up are the yellowjackets. Now, a yellowjacket is actually a mostly good bug. It does prey on smaller, more annoying insects, and it is a good pollinator, but it does have a sting if you really bother it. But it's mostly a good bug. Dragonflies are definitely a good bug because they eat small mosquitoes, flies, gnats. They're definitely great at removing those bugs. They tend to hang around ponds and streams and those kind of areas, but they're also kind of just really neat to have around. Oh, the boxelder bug. Now, this is kind of one of the more annoying bugs out there. It's definitely a bad bug because it has a piercing, sucking mouth part, and so it will kind of cause some damage to your plants. It also is really bad because wherever you find boxelder bugs, you're going to find aphids. So I'll talk about the aphids in just a second. What do you do about these kind of bad bugs? Well, one of the good things you can always do is get more birds in your backyard. Butterflies and all those kind of things, but especially birds will really help with these bad bugs. So get some bird baths, and that will help get the butterflies, small birds into your backyard. All right, going back to those aphids. Aphids are definitely a bad bug because they can really suck a plant dry and cause all damage, and they're very prolific. One of the ways you can get rid of aphids without using chemicals is, of course, hummingbirds. Hummingbirds love aphids. I always tell folks if you have a real aphid population, then definitely look at planting some hummingbird plants like salvias and penstemons in your garden to get more hummingbirds in your garden. Another really good bug is, of course, the ladybug, or the ladybird beetle is another way to look at it. That is a great bug because it does eat aphids. So if you have an aphid population issue, get some ladybugs and let them loose, and they will take care of those aphids as well. Next up is the spider. Now, a spider is not a true bug because it has 8 legs and 2 body parts. A true bug actually has 3 body parts and 6 legs. But for the purposes of general good bug, bad bug, I definitely want to say spiders are good bugs because they eat a lot of bad bugs. And this time of year, October, November, spiders are laying their nests, and out pop lots and lots and lots of baby spiders. Kind of scary looking, but again, really good for an organic method of insect control. Next up is, the tick. Speaking of scary, yucky things, obviously causes all kinds of Lyme disease issues. So ticks are definitely a bad bug. Got to watch out when you're hiking with those. And then finally, the best of all the good bugs, the honeybee. Humans could not exist without a honeybee. All those honeybees out there pollinating all those food crops. Really, really important. The number one reason why you want to follow an organic system for pest control with bird baths and water sprays and hummingbird plants is that so you don't produce all these toxins that can be really devastating to a bee population, because we desperately need to preserve our bee population. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I want to say thanks so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to get more of my garden videos. This is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, saying thanks so much for watching.